Yeah, we about to go live.
That's all right. Long as you ain't slow down.
Act like you got them skate. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live.
Good afternoon. Top of the afternoon to everyone. It's your boy V12 Canes Talk Live, and I'm gonna bring in a special guest. I'm hosting today. I'm bringing in a special guest. It's my show today. I'm bringing in one of the best coaches in the land. I'm gonna bring him in right now. Y'all already know who it is. It's my boy Coach Hayes. What do Coach Hayes?
We're in the building, baby. Your boy's in the bricks, son. Hey, son, I'm in Newark, New Jersey, son.
Okay. You see, coach in the air. Coach casting them frequent flyer miles. Huh?
Trying to tell you, boy, I be on the red eye, boy.
And you was on Sunjet, or what you fly? Sunjet?
But it felt like Value Jet. That would have felt like. That's what it felt like, boy. Yeah, but no, man. But unfortunately, man, I'm out here. Some of you guys know when I did the Coach with Coach podcast, I got some bad news. I abruptly kind of ended the show and found out one of my classmates from college passed away. And I'm, really a brother of mine, to be honest with you. So just want to dedicate this show to him, man. My big brother, man, Al Tariq Wright. He's from New Jersey, son. He be like, yo, son. So he's one of the first cats I met, man, at Hampton, man. But I'm up here, man, to celebrate his life as we have the funeral here on Monday. But like I say, man, we still gonna put it on. We're still gonna make it happen. And that's my dog, man. I'm gonna miss him. Lord knows I'm gonna miss that cat. Boy, we got stories, but we'll talk about those later, man. But yeah, man, my dog, Al Tariq Wright, yo, son, yo.
Let me just extend my condolences to his family. I met the brother a couple times. Real cool dude. If you know Coach, you know the brother, man. So my condolences to his family and friends, and the Hampton family and everybody who's going to travel. Safe travels to and from Jersey, man. My prayers and thoughts go out to you for strength and comfort, and again to his family and friends. And it's God's, it's God, man. So rest in heaven. And again, my condolences to everyone who touched in this lifetime.
Yeah, big football fan, bro. He was a Philly cat, man. He was a Philadelphia Eagle. And when they won the Super Bowl, buddy hit me up. He going nuts. But, he always supported the show just kind of on the back end. He always watched and so forth. But, yeah, man, that's my brother, man. I'm going to miss him, man. We definitely going to have, I hate to say it like this, but at times like this, a lot of people get together and it's kind of reunion and kind of, just reminisce about the good days, man. And that's what it is. So, like I say, man, if you got loved ones out there, as always in these times, man, just tell them you love them. Y'all hear me tell my dog 12 all the time, I love you, bro. And I do, man, because we grew up like brothers, man. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Just got different mothers. That's all.
Absolutely. Now,
and different daddies. We don't play that either.
I get it. I know it's definitely hard to transition. But we're here with the Canes Talk Live, and you know what? You normally say we got a big game today, but guess what, Coach? I'm done with that. We don't. This is regular. This is too regular. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I'm just down. And I can't. Oh, big game. This is not a big. I'm heartbroken to say stuff like this, but this is just a regular game. It's scrimmage. It's scrimmage, and I don't know, Coach. I haven't said anything that I haven't picked against Miami all season. But golly, talk to me, Coach. What is going on?
I can't put my finger on it. Just first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that passed on their condolences through the chat. Thank you, appreciate it. But I can't put my finger on it, bro. People saying the players, people saying the coaches, people saying the scheme, people saying it's Josh Gadden. And then, we lose a big decommit in Jaden Rashada. And it's like everything is just unraveling. You know how you pull that one thread on the shirt and it never stops, and it's just keep going. Before you know it, you're gonna be on a halter top, bro. And that's where we are right now. Like, I understand the whole thing with coaches got to get their guys, they got to clean house, but it's just a lot of things that are going on. And I hate to say this, but I'm ready. I am ready for the off season to see how this thing turns around in August. I'm just to that point where I'm at the point where, this is what I say. If we're going to fight for a bowl game out of these next 3 games, we got Georgia Tech today here in about 3 hours. We got Clemson, and then we have Pitt. We got to win 2 of the 3 in order to be bowl eligible. Any game I think we're going to win or have a possibility, I truly believe will be the Georgia Tech and Pitt. I don't think many people would disagree with me on that. But I'm just saying those are a higher possibility than Clemson. And I personally right now don't believe that we can pull these off. I just don't, because there's so many different things. Just found out Henry Parrish is injured. Well, I don't know if he's injured, but he's not playing. Tyler Van Dyke is still out. Ja'Carry Brown, I heard, is supposed to be the starter. O-line is decimated, bro. It is decimated. It is down to the bare bones to true freshmen starting. So, like, when people talk about, these true freshmen come in and start, you're going to find out, we're going to really show you what a true freshman look like out there starting. Inez Cooper, some of these other young cats, man. So, to answer your question, 12, I know I rambled for about maybe 4 minutes, but that's all I could do, because as I'm talking, in the back of my mind, I'm searching for answers to try to answer your question. And I can't pinpoint and put my finger right on what's wrong.
You raised a great point, Coach. And you raised a couple good points. Number one, for the season to be over. And I've never heard you say that I've never heard you say that. So that's big coming from Coach Hayes.
So say it again. I said what now?
I never heard you say that you want the season to be over. Like, you can't wait for the off season to see what happens. That's big coming from you. But I do understand the sentiment. And the second thing is, can we win these games in order to be bowl eligible? Here's my thing. Even if that happens, do we even want to play in the ball game?
Yes.
I don't even know why we would even subject ourselves to that. Because it's not indicative of how the season is. This is not a positive season. So that remains to be seen if that's going to happen. But to your point, maybe if Van Dyke was playing, Parrish is playing, we would have a better chance to win this game. But Coach, we've seen over the past few games, and it's interesting because we're trending down and Georgia Tech is trending up. And guess what? Like I've told you in the past, and I've told everybody in the chat, people don't care when UM is down. They gonna kick us when we down. They don't care about that U anymore. They don't care. So you think they're gonna come in here and worry about Mario Cristobal and Rashada decommitting and Parrish being hurt? They are not. These are football games, and they're not gonna take their foot off the pedal. And for us, the best thing we can do is put up a good effort, put up a good fight. But Coach, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough today, Coach.
Now, and I agree with you, but I have to say this: if we win a bowl game, I want to play. Why? Because this is part 2 of kind of what I was going to say. If we're not fighting for the bowls, and Coach Cristobal goes in this direction, right, navigates the ship to the left, right, and he says, "I want to get all these young dudes to play to get this game experience." That's something I've been talking about way before Virginia game. This is about the Virginia game. We're 5 weeks left. If that's the case, let a Ja'Carry Brown get that bowl experience. Let him let these young cats, let the Inez Cooper, that's one more game of game experience that they can have under their belt that carries over into the offseason. It's on tape. It's a teachable moment. Like any experience you can get, take it. That's how I look at it.
Okay,
any
Coach,
experience that we can get, I'll take it.
Let me push back on you a little bit, but what's the caveat to that? And you know this to be true, and the chat knows it to be true. Here's the pushback, right? Most of the people at 6-6 or 5 or whatever it may be, they may not even play. They may choose, elect not to play in the bowl game. That's been the trend. A lot of these guys, when they nothing to play for, I'm not subjecting my body to potential damage, potentially being hurt. And then the second point to that, coach, is that you risk other young players, although they get experience, you risk injury for the future. So I don't know, even if sometimes you have to say, you know what, let's wave the white flag. Yeah, who wants to watch the UN play at 6-6? I don't, or whatever it may be. That's not what I want to do, you know, and I don't think the fans want that either. Go ahead, coach.
I'm saying I raise my hand. I'll take anytime I get a chance, anytime a young man can have an opportunity to get back. And I totally agree with what you're saying. But we're talking about the team being so young. No one here is NFL caliber guys, right? I'm talking about if those NFL caliber dudes, if a Mallory wants to excuse himself, that's fine. If an Ivy wants to excuse himself, that's fine. If Corey Couch wants to go out there and test his luck, that's fine. I'm looking at it as another opportunity for these true freshmen to get better. Yes, injury is going to happen. I totally get it. But it's also just like playing this game, right? Let's say we lose the next 3. What did you play these next 3 games for? Why don't you opt out of these? Because they're on the schedule. And I totally get where you're coming from. I'm looking at it as a tool to get better for 2023. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at it as a wave the white flag, pack it in, helmets to the left, shoulder pads to the right. I'm looking at it as, all right, when I say older, meaning the TVDs had their chance, the Mallory had their chance, the Al Blades and the Ivies and those kind of guys had their opportunity. Now we can get these young guys in with more game reps. Why not? Maybe I'll take my chances with it and make it go from there. I'll definitely. I don't care. We playing in the toilet bowl. You know what I'm saying? Sponsored by Mr. Clean. I got the hat.
Okay. Thank you, Shad. 1419 for the 1999 dono. We appreciate that. Coach, you get him a cold bagel at Newark Airport. Just tapping in. Be safe, coach, and much love, Detroit. We appreciate everyone. Well, I'm
repping to you all the way up here, baby.
You support, you send a dono, you in the chat. I mean, I will say this. The Canes family is the most fire family that's out there. Everyone's chatting. Everyone's, and guess what? We down today. We down this year. But guess what? This makes it more sweet. That thing get turned around. You know, that thing get turned around. All these people who the naysayers, hey, we can laugh. Say we were there. We were there in 2022 when Chrissy first came.
About that.
I named him Chrissy. When Chrissy Ball first came, I named him Chrissy. When Chrissy first came and he couldn't get it done, now look at us. Look at me now. Right? What you say, Coach? Now let me ask you a question.
No, I agree.
What does Jacory and Jake from State Farm Garcia need to do? That number one. And number two, do you think that switching them in and out is beneficial for the rest of the season?
I don't know, man. If you switch them, I would rather you do it in quarters or halves instead of within the same series. I personally don't like switching in and out throughout the series. It's like anything. You got to catch a rhythm, bro. And if you can't catch the rhythm, you know, especially at quarterback. But to answer your first question, I kind of said it. They got to protect the rock. But what has to happen to them is, again, give these guys confidence throws. Even Jake Garcia, he may be a year older, but treat him the same. Treat him as if it's their first time starting. Give them the easy hitches, the easy throws, the right now routes. Let the ball players go be ball players. Don't get that intricate with it, and let them gradually work their way through, build their confidence, and then you'll see it coming. Then you can take some shots here and there. But all that, you know, I say extravagant, but, you know, you got to remember, you have a decimated O-line. That mesh concept, you're not going to have enough time to block it in order for it to clear. That's not going to happen. You know what I mean? So that's what they have to do from the quarterback. And then the switching in and out, bro, if you're going to do it by half, or maybe, you know, one guy gets 2 or 3 series to kind of show what he has and he kind of stinks it up, then take him. I get it. But Don't put me out there 1st and 10. I get a first down, now 2nd and long. Come on, Jake, your turn. It just, to me, it just throws the rhythm off, the chemistry, and all of that.
Right. Now we spoke about, and I think I mentioned this earlier when we started to decline in production and play, about potentially recruits decommitting. And I know you're the recruit guy, and you know you do the WREs as far as the WREs and stuff like that. You know the talent from that aspect. Now I give you credit. You know what you're talking about. But then when we weren't doing so well, we got 2 big recruits. Now did the Florida State game kind of put an air in our hot air balloon? Because you see this guy, and we're talking about in the chat, Rashada decommitting, not going to a school outside of Florida, going to one of our rivals. Talk about that and how the rest of this season may impact the recruiting aspect of it.
So Florida was already in the lead for Rashada, right? And we kind of flipped him out of out of the jaws of a gator, I guess, for lack of a better term. And we flipped him to a hurricane. And, you know, I think he always wanted to be in Florida. He always liked Florida. He talked about liking the SEC growing up. And you have to remember this too. And that young man was little, like most people who are not from the city of Miami, right? Think about this. The people that are our age, that are not from Miami, Broward, that kind of area, the South Florida, or just maybe in Florida. That's prime example, Coach Coop, talking about he was a little kid watching what Miami did. Well, Rashada was a little kid watching what Florida was doing, right? Like, he was a little kid, so therefore it became his deal. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of where his affinity came from when it comes to that. You look at CJ Baxter, right? He talked about Florida State being his dream school. Why? He was growing up at the time when Jimbo and them boys was winning, being good with Jameis Winston and Cook and those guys. So a lot of that plays a role with us being bad for the past 15 years. So that's why I'm answering about the Florida piece. I know that a lot of guys have steadfast when it comes to Malik Bryant. He put out a tweet. Robbie Washington, those guys have put out a tweet. Ray Joseph has put out tweets saying that they're still here. They're not going anywhere. And we have to take them for their word for it, because nothing is done until the ink dries on the paper on, I believe, December 21st, early signing date. So in saying all of that, 12, like, we just have to make sure we continue to do what we do. Crystal Ball and the staff have to continue building those relationships. And it's unfortunate, man, we lost one of those guys. But guess what? We may still win on the back end. And I have to say this to the fan base. Y'all stop it. And I know I'm always trying to be the fan base patrol. But stop saying, oh, this kid is terrible. Oh, he wasn't good anyway. We didn't want him. Stop it. When we said that, the first thing you did was went to the barbershop talking about, yeah, boy, look at Crystal Ball, boy, we got a 5-star quarterback. And now as soon as he leaves, he's supposed to be trash. Nah, you got to give a kid his credit. Hey, man, look, he changed his mind. I wish him well. You know what I mean? We'll serve him up when we see him. And that's just what it is. But don't downplay. And see, that's the problem right now with our fan base. We can't downplay guys we had. And then, because now guess what they're doing? Well, Emory Williams was better than him anyway. Emory Williams was better than him. So what happens when Emory Williams decommit? Oh, he was trash. We didn't want him. I'm just saying, we got to just call it what it is. The young man can play, right? And he chose to go to another school, and we just got to respect that. We don't have to like it, but we definitely got to respect it.
Leon Hurricanes, 1999. We appreciate that. What's going on, Coach? Can we flip Mark Fletcher?
I don't know, bro. That's big, right? He's a running back, and our running backs are not looking good right now because the O-line is decimated. That's the problem, right? It's hard. Bro, you can't run the ball if your O-line is punished, bro. And so Mark Fletcher, I think he's an Ohio State commit, if I'm not mistaken. I hope to God they do. I hope to God they flip CJ Baxter. Well, look here, I would literally bring him down there myself. I'll put him in the car. Let's ride, dog. But you have to look at these kids from a business decision. We're talking about bringing in guys, and again, I don't know what Mario's selling. The thing is, the kids got to pick it up. So whatever Mario's putting down, the players got to pick it up.
Yeah. So at this point, with all this going on, I know we spoke earlier about finishing strong. Do you empty? What would be your strategy? You empty out the bench, although it's by necessity. Do you just empty out the bench now? Nothing to lose. The pressure's off. What new faces do you expect to see? And would you just empty out the bench? What does Mario have to lose? If we're preparing now for next season, what is your strategy?
So, yes, but if that is Mario's plan, that's why I gave you two navigations here. If he plans on keeping the older guys and trying to fight for a bowl game, I'm all for that plan. If he's saying, hey, older guys, I want to cut ties, let's trim the fat, and let's go with the young pups, and we 0-3 the next 3 games, I'm okay with that, but they're learning game experience. So I'm cool with that either way. Let me know if the audio sounds good. It's a machine going on. Can y'all hear that?
I hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, if that's the case. Now you ask me. If it's me, I'm cutting ties. I appreciate you guys. I said that 5 weeks ago. I let the babies go out there and get better. Let them fight in the yard. Let them go get kicked around. Let them get beat up, and let's go from there. That's Coach Hayes' personal approach to the whole deal.
Here's what I don't understand, Coach, and I know it's a lot of politics, and I'm getting to your coaching mind. It's a lot of politics and a lot of things going on, money involved. But why, if that's going to be the case, why not just tell the fan base so we are aware? You know, in relationships, they want to talk about communication. The ladies, guys don't communicate. God, we don't communicate. Well, coaches don't communicate with the fan base sometimes. Why not just say, hey, for the next 3 games, we are going to empty out the cupboard and play the young guys. At least me as a fan, my expectation is like, okay, now we get blown out 45-3. I can at least temper my expectation. Okay, this is what's going on. We talk to us, Coach. And I don't like that, Coach. They got all this information. We need people to be transparent because, like Herman always say, if you don't play to win the game, what are we playing for? Let us know.
It don't work that way, 12. You know that.
No, tell me how it works, Coach. Tell me how it works. Tell the fan base how it works because you inside.
The same thing.
Yeah, Coach, you be holding out.
I'm telling you.
You be holding out.
All right, I'm trying to
put a thumbs up if Coach be holding out on the tips of the coaching. Thumbs up.
I'm trying to tell you right now.
Be holding out. Let us know what's going on, Coach.
I'm trying to tell you. The stuff me and you talk about, we talk about on air. Exactly. So what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to that being transparent, you got to understand, man, there's a lot of politics involved. Also, you have to also understand this, right? When it comes, you talking about young men, you talking about kids and their schedules. These stories don't come out like Malik Rozier said on the Twitter space, on Street and them Twitter space, about Mark Richt told him he need to leave. He ain't gonna never play here. Malik Rozier said Mark Richt told he ain't gonna never play here. That didn't come out till after the fact, right? And guess what? Shorty stuck around and made it happen. So some things you don't put out there in public because you're not trying to embarrass the kids either. You know, understand? You leave it to speculation. You leave certain things. Because once you speculate, it's not concrete. You don't know why they, like right now, we don't know why Parrish is out right now. Maybe an injury, maybe not. They may list it as an injury, maybe not. Maybe he did something off the field during this week. Maybe he did something he wasn't supposed to do, and they just say, hey, boy, let them people know you got an upper body injury.
Coach, we all know, I hear what you're saying, but it's not sometimes what you say, it's how you say it. And Cristobal seemed to be very political, and he can say it in an appropriate way to let us know, hey, we about to empty out the bench. Thank you for your service.
He has.
Playing here to you, and then we go from there. No, for the next 3 games. I want to hear definitive. This is what we're going with. We're preparing for the future. Okay.
You're not gonna hit definitive, 12. Hold on, 12. You're not gonna hit definitive.
Okay.
You're never gonna. That is politics. Have you ever heard anybody straight up tell you in politics what they're going to do? There's always very vague. There's always 2 or 3 ways out of that answer. But he did say, he let people know, if you like, I don't know the exact quote, so guys don't, like I said, don't Twitter me to death. But he basically said in that press conference, hey, basically, if y'all don't want to be here, you don't want to be here. And Josh Gaddis said the same thing. So we're going to find out when we see this starting roster. When we see this starting roster today, we're going to definitely find out what the plan is. If we still see some of them old heads out there rumbling and stumbling and bumbling around, then we know what the game plan is. Go ahead.
Hey, let me just say this. I was looking for Peanut last week. He done popped in today. Peanut, I ain't hear from you last week. Hey, got the issue. LSU gave y'all issue. What a tissue. Y'all got the issue. Hey, Peanut, OVER. Take that to the bank. Holla at me, man. Peanut.
The boys on the couch. The boys on the couch.
Hey, I thought I was in Five Guys. Peanut, cracking them, throwing them to the ground. Peanut, I was looking for you last week, buddy. Holla at me, man. Nice to see you join us today. All right, Coach. So, go ahead, Coach.
Go ahead. I would say real quick, we got 172 in the building. As always, right here, my man Alex Tabio from Pioneer Mortgage Funding sponsors this show all the time. If you're looking for financing for a home, if you're looking for a first home time buyer, right? Do my man a favor. Hit him up, 305-205-1697. All the information is in the description, as well as for your first home time buyers out there, 100% financing. 12. We can go get a crib right now. We don't have to bring nothing but closing costs, dog. So we gonna get a $400,000 crib. Guess what you need? What kind of credit you need, 12? Now you need more than a 12. You need more than a 12.
456 head crack.
Nah, you need a 640. You need at least a 640 or better.
Okay.
So at least at least a 640 or better. So if you get a 640 or better on your credit score, we can work with you. Give them a call. First time home buyers, as well as he said he does some credit repair. He was on the show last week. He kind of talked about it. Just give him a call. It's free, and he a big Kane fan. Tell him, hey, he sent you, man. And he'll holler at you. So I do want to give Alex Tabio his love for always being in our corner for about over almost a year and a half, if not longer, man. So big shout out to him. But no, I'm not. People think I'm in Atlanta. No, I'm not in Atlanta. I'm in Newark, New Jersey. If you just got in, a good friend of mine passed away, so I'm going to head over to the funeral. Just landed, and I want to do this show. But I know I'm not at the game, so I'm not in Atlanta. I'm actually in Newark, New Jersey, in the bricks, son. Hey, also big shout out, and I know you got to move in a second, 12. And a big shout out, man, to Utah. Them boys had a big event last night, man, in Atlanta. I don't know if you had a chance to miss it or not. I mean, to be there or not. But they had a big event there, man. It was awesome. Melvin Bratton was there. Roland Smith was there. Mike Rumpf was there. You had a lot of the older Kane fans in the building. So if you guys heard about it or if you were there watching today, put something in there and let us know how that event went. Miami Flow was in the building up there. So, yeah, man, Devin and them boys and doggone Larry Frank, they did their thing, man. And so I'm super excited about what's going on. And we'll definitely see, man. So, also, my last plug, Street and them boys got watch party today at 3:30 at Fire and Ice Lounge and off of Hollywood Circle, Polk Street. I don't know exactly the address. Go holler at them boys. Go look on their Twitter. Go look on Canesville Twitter. Go look on Instagram or something. Go watch the game with them, man. Look, great atmosphere, man. Great atmosphere.
All right, Coach. I know you got things to do, and
I'm good.
We're going to try to figure this thing out. Give me some score predictions. I remember after the game that Coach been up since early this morning. He hollered at me.
Early this morning. I ain't been asleep, 12.
There you go. I know. So I know you need a little shut eye, but he gonna watch the game. Immediately after the game, we going post game. Coach, now do you expect, before we get to the predictions, do you expect a more competitive game today?
Dang, 12. I don't know what to expect. Again, I'm pulling the ravel on the jacket.
Hey, look,
before
Coach
I know it,
lost the words, y'all. Coach said, dang, Coach lost the words.
I don't know what to expect from this team.
Coach, I'm talking to you about heart now. The scheme go out the window. We're talking about heart.
Bro, heart is good. Listen, so hold on. Let's talk about heart. Because a lot of people saying these kids don't play with heart. These kids don't. It's hard, not saying to play with heart, but when it's three dudes walling you down and you're the only one in there, bro, I can have a heart. If I go out there and run in front of a semi truck and I got a heart of gorilla, that's straight physics. What I'm saying is we got to put the kids in position to have them show their heart. You can't put a dude in the lion's den talking about he got heart. Like, he ain't gonna walk out of there. Yeah, he had heart. Like, We got to put them in position. We talked about alignment. We talked about assignment. The play ball is where the heart comes in. I always said this, and I'm not going to be labeled. Alignment, assignment, play ball. Alignment is on the coach. 80% of a game, a player stopped if you line up correctly. 10% assignment, knowing what your assignment is, knowing what you're supposed to do. That's 90%. The last 10% is on the player. He got to jump over somebody, run a dude down, whatever you got to do, and that's where heart comes in. But we're not giving them the first 80% to 90% to be successful. That's all I'm saying.
Well, listen, I think
I love my Canes.
You can't go no place but up. And I think they come out and I think they get it done today. Call me. I think they get it done today. I think it's gonna be close. I think they just someone just said Jacory was named the starter. Congratulations to Jacory Brown. He's named the starter over Jake from State Farm Garcia. I'm not sure why, but we'll see what happens. And I think we come out, we play better today. Florida State, was different. Was a different caliber. I do, Georgia Tech, they do have some skilled players. Their quarterback may play. Simmons may play today.
Yeah.
But I think we go in there and we get the victory. I think it's close. We're averaging about 20-some points a game.
Try 19.
19. We're 21, 19 a game. Don't look good. But I think we can get it done. The one bright spot who we haven't spoken about, and I'm gonna say this. I want to give the defense some love because they can't do it all. The offense ain't helping, and so it kind of looks bad. 45-3. Let's give them some love. If the offense can sustain some drives, put some points on the board, it will motivate the defense. So let's give the defense some love, and hopefully we can get it together today. So I'll let you go with your score prediction, man, and I'll go with mine.
I'll say that if Jeff Sims comes in and them legs get busy, we got troubles. I'm going to tell you that straight up. What's the line?
I think the line is 2, Florida State. Georgia Tech.
See, this is the kind of stuff we talk about, Hurricane fan. We always in it, dog. We always, I don't know what Vegas doing. I don't know what Vegas is doing, but they either predicting us to win or we are in a marginal, Florida State was 7.5 or something. Now they saying Georgia Tech only going to beat us by 2 points. I wish I had my slap button. I wish I had my slap button. What's the overall say up there on the odds shot? What did it say? The score.
Score prediction?
No, yeah, the score prediction. What did it say? 34 something?
Predict the score 31-9.
Who got 31?
Miami.
Well, there it is. That's my score, 31-9. You done found my secret, how I get my scores. 31-9. There you go, 12. I'm going 31-9, Miami. 31-9, Miami. Borregales on the last field goal to go ahead and give us from 28. That's 4 touchdowns and an extra point. Talk to me. To 9.
Nah. That's a negative for me. That's a no bueno for me. I'm gonna go with the average, man. I'm gonna go with the average, Coach Hayes. I'm going with, you say 19. I'm gonna give him a little bit. I'm gonna give him 24-20. 24-20. I think Miami comes out and we play. We play and we play well. 24-20.
24-20. Slap yourself, 12. 34-20.
No, 24-20.
Oh, 24-20.
24-20. Yeah, 24-20. Yeah.
Definitely slap yourself.
Yeah, look, somebody say 23-16. See, we got people in the chat. What's the predictions? You got some 28. Somebody say 28-14. James Kane, 28-14. Ryan Mitchell. I got 30-12, Georgia Tech. Okay. Who was this? We got Lenoris Murray, 15-9, Georgia Tech. Miami 15, Georgia Tech 9. So it's all over the place.
Yeah, it's all over the place, man. But listen,
13,
bro.
14 Miami.
Whenever you gotta, let me know.
Yeah,
But-
no, yeah, but yeah.
So I'm just saying, man, like, I want my Canes to be good. I want to see them come out there and play. I want this victory so bad for them because we deserve it. I have to say it. We deserve it as a fan base. Those players deserve it. The university deserves it. The campus deserves it. The city. Like I said, I'm always give my shout out to the fans, bro. It's people still traveling from Miami, going to these games, it's easily spending thousands of dollars, bro. Thousands of dollars, man. And we're not even alumni of this university. We are here because they represent not just the college football, but they represent the city of Miami. And we have to understand that, man. So we need that. T. Hines in the building. What's up with you, T?
Yeah, man. So listen, yeah. On that note, let me give everyone their love for donating to Coach Hayes. Again, remember, we're back post-game right after Coach gonna set everything up for the post-game. And let me give everybody their love, man, because they deserve it. Hey, go ahead. Thank you. Thank everyone for watching. Go ahead, Coach. You can close it out, Coach.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, man, thank you for everybody, man. Getting a little burr up here, boy. Coach got to get that bubbly jacket out. You know what I'm saying? 12. But anyway, it's getting a little cool up here, man. But
if anybody in Jersey can get Coach an alpaca trench coat, get my dog Alpaca up there in Jersey now.
I got a cat on.
Get my boy Alpaca. You know, everybody can get Coach a coat up there. He talking about 53 degrees is cold. Get Coach something up there.
I got a cat on my chest. Meow, meow. But anyway, listen.
Go ahead, Coach.
Man, here clicking buttons. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for all the condolences. Like I said, I'm in Newark, New Jersey right now. Coach been traveling in this thing, man. And we'll definitely be on live right after. So go make sure you check that out. I'm gonna open that up. I just wasn't sure if the time is wrong. Stay tight. I gotta put a time in there. So whenever it's over, we're coming on literally within 5 to 10 minutes after the game is over, and we'll make that thing happen, man.
All right. So we'll catch everyone post game. I'll let y'all later. Go you.
I'm whipping your butt in fantasy too, 12. I'm whipping your butt today in fantasy. Hey, and you
saw it already?
Man, I'm already started, but I'm on you. My kicker already got 42 points. I was looking at it. Not only that, Reggie, appreciate you. I needed that. Thank you very much. Also, hey, I see you out there, Coke Dog. I'm going to whoop you in this first round. My kicker got 42 points. My boy kicked a 98-yard field goal.
Whatever.
I'll
let you later.
I'm out. Peace. I'm out. Hang this jump. We out of here, man. Oh, my here. We out of here, man.